All right, so it is today's video. Yes, today, January 7th. And if you subscribe to the channel, you know I just put out a video for yesterday. I can't believe I didn't put it out, but I should have put it out. But here we go today. Back-to-back videos, January 7th. It's a Thursday, and the market is ripping, all right? So the Dow is up 214 points, 52 points for the S&P, 294 points for the NASDAQ. If we look at the FANG stocks, let's go over here. When's the last time you see them all rip like that? All bright green: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Amazon, Tesla even. Tesla, we got to call it the FANG NT, right? You got to put T in FANG because Tesla is definitely a FANG stock. And it's unbelievable. Just like I said in that video, yesterday's, if you want to just make 5%, just put your money in Tesla. Put your money in Tesla today, you'll make 5% tomorrow. Because that's the way it trades. It trades up 5% every day. The stock is really unbelievable. NVIDIA, Broadcast, everything is up. I haven't seen the market like this in a long time. Now, look at the consumer defensive over here to the right. Right? This is the stocks that the safe stocks they're getting out of it. It's like risk on. And the financials. You haven't seen that in such a long time. It makes me believe that we're going a lot higher, believe it or not. At least for now. Here's the VIX, right? I didn't talk about the VIX, down 9.45%. Now, I really wanted you to look at that yesterday's video because in that video, I talk about the video prior to that. And I said in a prediction, because the VIX was down so much, that the market's going to rally regardless what happens with the election. And I was right. So I had to put that in there. I had to put that in the video of yesterday's, which was a clip from the day before's. Yes, I know it's confusing, but let's go ahead and let's start talking about some stocks. And I'm going to go ahead and I got a list of stocks I'm going to go over just so we can kind of gauge the market action. And it's a lot of this is the hot stocks. I'm going to talk about Peloton, Google, NIO, Ford, Walmart, JP Morgan, Taiwan Semi, Tesla, and Plug Power. I'm not sure if I think the Taiwan Semi. Yeah, I talked about JP Morgan and Taiwan Semi in the other video. So scratch those two. We're not going to talk about those. Okay. So let's get down to business. Let's start with Tesla. Tesla, you really can't gauge this stock. It's a cult stock. The thing is just going, it goes up 5% a day. That's all I know about it. If I really zoom down on it, I don't like stocks that's really getting away from the moving average. And if you go from here and just measure down to that moving average, that's the nine weekly moving average. This is the weekly I'm using, right? That's 26%. The stock can drop 26%. And it would just be hitting its moving average for the 9 period weekly. That's what I want to see. Look at the buy points that we had, and you can see I got the consolidations already highlighted here. And for the most part, they all hit the moving average. And so I want to see this and I kind of drew a line here. That's no good because it blew right through it. I kind of want to see it go sideways a little bit, and just to allow these moving averages to catch up. And then we could buy, and then it goes higher. So where's it going to go? And this one's for you, Mary. Thanks for chiming in on the comments. If you want me to talk about something, just, put it in the comments of a video. I'll talk about it. I need stocks to talk about because I'm always in the same old lazy, boring ass stocks. I'm telling you, man. I tell you. Anyway, it's at 800, 812. I think it goes to 1,000. Right? If it hits 800, it's got to go to 1,000. And it just may do that before the week is over. Up 54 today. Could be up 50 tomorrow. Well, all right. Tomorrow's Friday. Early next week. Right? 1,000. It's got to hit 1,000 just because it's in sight. Now, what's that magic number when Tesla, I did the math on this, when Tesla reaches the $1 trillion company. What's that number? Well, I did the math, and if my math is correct, it's 1,054. So when it gets up here, maybe I'll draw a line. Close enough. That's $1 trillion company. So I think it sells off here or at 1,000. But who knows? Who knows? This stock just does what it wants to do. It's a hot stock and it's in a hot sector. It just goes up. But all right. The best time to buy, this thing just got to pull back, right? Pull back into the averages. You know, here was the best time to buy. All we can do is look back, right? There was the best time to buy. Here was the best time to buy. Here was the best time to buy. And here was the best time to buy. And all of them was basically touching that moving average, you see. So I would say we just have to wait until we get to there. So let's talk about Plug Power. This is a stock that I was in way back. I'm telling you, oh man, when it first was a company damn near. I wish I would have held on to those shares. All right, so another stock in a hot sector. Same story here. This thing actually, some big news happened today. You can see it's up 27%. I can't. I know Canada Genuity maintains a buy rating. He raised the price target to $48. And yeah, hey, let's go to $48 today, right? These stocks, when you raise the price target, it hits it the same day, right? But here's the story. Plug Power up 25% because a South Korean firm, SK Holdings, is investing $1.5 billion into Plug to speed the adoption of hydrogen technology in Asia. So read that story, and I guess that's the reason it's up so much. But I would like to see this thing do a pullback. And I think, Mary, you said you got in somewhere at 4. All right. Somewhere around there. And then you got out at 10. Oh, my gosh. And you know what? You was a genius. You doubled your money and then some. What do you made, 125%? But then, you know, you left all of that on the table and it hurts. I don't know if you just watched it. Did you get back in or what? But that hurts. That's another 330%. I don't know. This thing doesn't give you pullbacks. And let's pull up the daily. There's something I wanted to show you. This gap, this is a huge gap today, right? Zoom in on there. This thing's, most gaps fill, all right? Most gaps fill that space up. So let's hope that can happen. It'll be right at support, which is former resistance. And maybe that's the buy point if you want to get in Plug. But this thing has got to come down. And I was looking at, see how this gap's right here? See how it filled here? But I was looking at some of the gaps that this stock has put out, and a lot of them haven't filled. You know, here's a gap here. See, it just went straight up. Some gaps. Oh, no, that one filled way over here. Here's a gap. Didn't quite fill. But I noticed it doesn't fill. But this gap is a huge gap. I'm betting this gap fills. I don't know when. I can't see it just holding that and continuing to go straight up, especially after going straight up already like that. Like, look at the monthly. What are we going to look at? Go to the monthly. If I can click on it, look at that straight up. Unbelievable. Wow, this is where it was in 2001. Look at that. Went right through that. But that's too long. That's too long of a time span to have any effect with the double top action. So my bet, if you guys want to get into Plug, you wanted to get into Tesla, this is what I've been playing. The Lithium Battery Etf. And this thing is damn near straight up. So you can get into, because I believe it has Tesla in it. It probably has Plug. It has all of that EV stuff in there. And lithium, this is the space to be in. Look at this. ETF is up 4.3 today. I sold this thing. I'm out because it's been going straight up, and I just thought it was too much for an ETF with a lot of stocks in it. I got in somewhere around here and got out somewhere around here, and look at it. The train left without me. I thought I was a genius. Figure I'd wait for a pullback. No, I didn't get it. So check out the Lithium Battery ETF. And that way you're diversified in kind of the whole sector. And you don't have to worry about one of these stocks crashing overnight for the most part. Look at the volume in that thing this week. Wow. Remember, this is an ETF. That's crazy. That's crazy. I hope I answered your question, Mary. I hope I was able to help you out. But if you know me and you watch my channel, I hate stocks that go straight up, man. You know, I could sit there and look at Tesla. Let me pull it up one more time and be like, oh, yeah, I wish I was in that Tesla. And I was in and out here and there. There's no way I would have bought it here and just been holding it and holding it and holding it. I can't do that. I'd be like, wow, I'm up 200%. I got to sell some. You know, but, you know, if you was able to hold it. Wow. I think if you would have bid 10,000 in Tesla, what I think it was just last year. I can't remember, but you would be pretty rich. But it's to have the discipline to hold it while it's just going straight up is pretty hard. And not many people was able to do that without taking some off the table, unless you just had disposable money. Unless it's just disposable, you can care less if it goes to zero. I think those are the people that can hold on to it. But me, no, it ain't disposable for me. So I would have to take some profits along the way and hope to get back in at a cheaper price. All right, so let's talk about Peloton. I'm the Peloton man. This is a beautiful chart, right? It's not necessarily straight up, right? Let's pull up the 4 hour. You can see it's bouncing. I got that support right there, bouncing off the support. I want to show you the weekly, right? Let me look at this real quick. This is today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. I'd say it showed it bouncing off support. Look at the candle. It's starting to form here, right? Look, we had that candle here as well, right? We starting to get another one. And you seen the run we had when we had that candle. Well, it actually goes higher than that. So watch out for Peloton. My price target on this one is 200. There's my line right there. Why? Because it's a nice round number. 200. We also coming into earnings. So that could be the day. And remember, this one appears to sell off after earnings. It pops and then drops. So that could be a chance to get in if you don't want to get in now. But keep an eye on that candle. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Hopefully it turns green, right? Let's pull up Google. It's another one. Remember, the fangs are ripping. I showed you the heat map. It was all bright green. Same kind of candle forming. I got a lot going on here, so I'm going to have to clear that out. Same kind of candle forming right there, and it's right at support, which was former resistance down here. So nice bounce on a weekly. Today's Thursday. This one's already green. Going into earnings, maybe this time is the run. It always seems to pull back here. It always seems to pull back here. So we have to kind of watch it. We have to watch it, all right? But keep an eye on Google. Gotta like Google, right? See how you got that? It was going up. Try to zoom in here. It's just got that little sideways action. You know I like sideways action here on Dre Trades. Then we can explode past that resistance level. Right there. All right, so let's talk about NEO. I should have brought this up after Tesla because remember, NEO, same as Plug Power, same as Tesla. These stocks are on fire. This one's up 7.68%. These stocks are on fire. All right, so you got to keep an eye on NEO. And look at that. Look at the sideways action, right? It's about to blow out of this area of consolidation, I like to call it. All right, so keep an eye on that. But excuse me, I was a little distracted on a phone call I got, but I think it blows through. We called it right here on this bottom. I think it was this one, right? And I've been playing it, selling puts below it. I might just have to get into the calls. And when I say get into the calls, that means buy a stock option to where I profit when it goes up. You got calls and puts. Call up. Think call up. I'm going to call you up. Call means higher. Puts mean lower, right? So buy a call and possibly ride that up. I would probably do a call spread to tell you the truth, but keep an eye out on NEO. Up 7.64 today. Now, here's something I want to talk about. Not so hot, but you know that they're they're getting into the electric vehicles. They're hot. You can't find them. The Mustang, I forgot what it's called. The Bronco. Ford. Up 2% today. Let's look at the weekly. Right? Same kind of action going up. And look at when I pull up the monthly even. All right, before I code to the weekly. See the channel, down channel? It's finally breaking out. This breakout looks like the real deal. These are cheap shares. You don't have to worry about, buying these Tesla shares and all. You could accumulate this. You can accumulate it and possibly ride it up. And then, you can get 100 shares of this. You could sell options against it and you could make some money. You could sell puts against this. I like to sell puts again. I'm doing all kinds of trades on this. And for instance, I'll show you an example. Let's go to 19 February. Let's go to 43 days out. You could sell this 9 put, right? Meaning the stock will be put to you if it is below $9 before 19 February, before 43 days. But you get to keep the money. So basically, if I sell this to say for 48 cents, right? If they give me the stock, it'll be $9 minus 48 cents. It'll be $8.52. It's like I'm buying the stock for $8.52. I think that's a great deal, right? That's a great deal. So let's do some math here. So 48 divided by 852 is 5%. I can make 5% on my money. 5% on my money in 43 days. That's huge. That's huge. All right. So you could sell that put and just kind of sit back. Look, people are doing it. Look at the volume in the puts. I think this is a great price. A great price. I already got a lot of Ford and I got puts. I've sold the 950, the 9s. I got the shares. I got everything going on in Ford. So, yeah, something that you can accumulate that didn't take off yet, that didn't go straight up. That's the things that I'm looking for so I don't get crushed on the way down. All right, so one more stock we can look at. It's Walmart. I talk about Walmart here. And this is what I want to talk about. Look at the trend. Look how we bouncing off the trend. Look how we bouncing off that trend line right there to go higher. Earnings is coming up. So if you're an advanced options seller, you could sell options below that, right? Or you could just buy the shares. Or you can buy calls or whatever. Basically, it looks like Walmart is doing what it's been doing since early 2020, last year, just bouncing off this trend line nicely, right? And going higher. And every time it bounced off of it, that move is 25%. That move was 27%. This move, it didn't hit the trend line, but it's 12%. What's this move going to be? Okay, so looks like it's just getting started. It's only up 0.08 today. That's because everybody's jumping in the hot stocks. All right, they like, oh, forget Walmart, buy some Amazon. Amazon's running again. Amazon. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I might as well bring it up. Up, holding at 3,200. Still doing nothing for the most part. There's the 4-hour chart. Perfect iron condor kind of chart. But earnings is coming up at the end of the month. I'm thinking the stock is going to start running into earnings. I don't know when. But I think it's going to start. And you can see that one is bouncing nicely off the trend. All right, so I just talked about several stocks. All right, so that's basically the video. I talked about some stocks I liked. I talked about some stocks Mary liked. I talked about some stocks Cashmatic liked in the previous video. So put your stocks in the comments and we could talk about them. We could talk about them right here. I'll give you kind of what I think about it. I'm nobody. I'm just a guy. But I just kind of look at it and tell you, what I'll do. But hey, I want y'all to look up that Lithium ETF, man. I think that's a pretty good ETF I've been playing. No one's really talking about it. And it's been going straight up, unfortunately. So it could be something that you could play so you're not into all of them and you kind of stay diversified. All right, so that's it. I'm Dre. This is Dre Trades. Check me out on Twitter, Dre Trades, Instagram, Dre Trades, right here, YouTube, Dre Trades 2 on YouTube. And let me know if you like this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, like, do all of that stuff. Share it. It'd be awesome if you share it. Share it to your Twitter. Just a couple of clicks. And I appreciate that. And don't forget to like I said. Thanks for watching. This is Dre, and I'm out.